What's up, YouTube? T-Movies here. Now, I just got back from seeing a film titled Skid. Now, I've been sort of talking about this movie a couple of times. I talked about H.Y.4 acquiring it and all that. And, I didn't really knew a whole lot about the subject matter. I know the movie was based on a documentary and it was based on a true story. It was released by it was being released by H.Y.4 and it had Jamie Bell. So I was like, okay, I'll probably give this movie a shot. And it was also based on a 2012 documentary, and like in it, Jamie Bell stars as a character named Brian Widner, who was pretty much one of FBI's most sought out white supremacists, and he's kind of covered or in racist tattoos from head to toe. I mean, and he also pretty much performed like lots of hate crimes and he of course conducts a destructive life, and he ends up heading down the path to no return, and so he of course ends up getting arrested at one point because he pretty much initially killed someone, or pretty much almost killed someone really, and yeah, this guy is not a good guy at all. So I was curious about them actually making a movie about this guy. I mean, this guy's not really. Why would you want to make a movie about someone who's not likable, who does some who's done some like really foolish stuff? But that being said, Jamie Bell, I gotta say, gives arguably the best performance of his career as a character. I just he was really unrecognizable as a role. Like they made him have a bald head because the character had like a bald head. They covered him or in face tattoos or tattoos really. And also, they not to mention they also showcased that he also ended up having a relationship with this young woman named Julie, who has three like young daughters from like previous relationships. And so, like, pretty much the responsibilities of fatherhood, gives him the desire to lead the movie, the racial stuff behind and all that. And he ends up like doing death threats and harassments from like his.
No, what's up, Tom?
Yeah, man. Anyway, he ends up like receiving death threats and harassment from like his old gang and all. While he also is trying to attempt to pretty much to turn his life around. He ends up having the help from the FBI and SPLC, and so like he ends up. This might be a bit of a spoiler, but it's based on a true story. But he ends up undergoing 25 brutal tattoo removals surgeries in exchange of decording the tattoos covering it on from his body, and the people also responsible ends up they end up finding like arrests and get conviction for of like his former gang, and he also ends up having like a friendship with the FBI guy played by Mike Coulter, of course Luke Cage fame, and Mike Coulter was great in this. I really like Mike Coulter in his part, and you also have a few other interesting performances like Vera Farmiga pretty much plays like Jamie's like Brian's you know like I could say mother of sorts. Really, she was like a mother to him. I guess you say more like a stepmom. I mean, you had Danelle McDonough who plays the young woman who with three kids that Brian ends up pretty much marrying and becomes the stepfather to her kids and all. And Danielle McDonough, I thought gave a great performance here. That girl, I think she's becoming a really solid. I think she's becoming a really solid actress. I recently saw her back in 2017. I saw her in that movie Patty Cakes, and she was terrific in that. She was also in that Netflix movie Dumpling. She was also in that other Netflix film, that Bird Box movie she was in. I've seen her pop up in other stuff, and I've I've been really liking her acting, and I think she's an actress to keep your eye out for, and like her chemistry between with Jamie Bell was pretty good, and also the girl was like in her late 20s, and in the film, like she ends up having a teenage daughter, which I mean that was kind of odd to see. I mean, a girl in her like in her late 20s or early 30s having a teenage daughter, that's kind of weird, but I mean probably she had it at a very young age, I'm guessing. They never really indicate on how she ended up, having a teenage daughter. So anyway, like the other people you got in this, you also had Bill Kemp who pretty much also played like the father to Brian. You also had Barry Stewart Masterson was also in this. The one who plays McDonald's kids are played by Zoe Colletti, Kali Rogers, and Kobe Gannett. You also had Louisa Cruz in this. I mean, some really great performances. And, I mean, Jamie Bell, I mean, I gotta say, I've always been a Jamie Bell fan, ever since I saw him in Billy Elliot. I've always liked Jamie Bell. And I think the guy has charisma. I think he's a great, solid actor, and I thought he was. Like, the guy was unrecognizable here. I mean, he's supposed to be unrecognizable to play a character like this, and he nailed it out of the park. I mean, I'll even be down if he got an Oscar nomination for this. Like, he was actually that good in this movie. And I admit, the film was a little slow at times, and it felt a little too long and all, but I still quite enjoyed it, and, Jamie Bell he really shined as the character, and I just, thought he nailed it, every scene. Like, he also had an interesting relationship with, combat spot? Alright. Sorry about that. Anyway, he of course ended up having a great relationship with the three daughters, and the relationship he has with them were pretty good. But yeah, I really quite enjoyed this movie. I mean, it's not really like a perfect movie, and it's not really going to be like my top 10 favorite movies of the year. I mean, this is probably not even a movie I'll even watch or think about in the next couple of years. But yeah, I still quite enjoyed it, and if you guys haven't seen it, I'll say give it a go. I mean, the character, like, at first the character Brian does not end up being likable, but then you kind of, feel for him, like, towards out the film. And at the end they show you, like, who the real Brian is, and it's really interesting, and yeah, if you guys haven't seen Skin yet, definitely check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me leave you guys. Did you have a chance to check out Skin? If so, what you thought of it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? And have you ever knew about the story that this movie is based on? And you think they nailed this storyline pretty justice here? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is T Movies. Suck it.